Thank you. All right. So I posted the last lecture up here, and I'll do the same thing this weekend. I'll record the lectures, and I'll post them up there for you. Okay. Some students, there's a couple students that were sick, couldn't make it, and I think I should just record the lectures anyway. Okay. So I'll upload those, and then I'll make them available. You can watch them for review, and then for training purposes. And then the critical dates, the pretest is due on Thursday. Okay, handwritten, show me all the calculations. The key to the one key point I think you need to understand for the pretest, which is critical, is you can look at the variance and the standard deviation, the covariance, and correlation. It's pretty straightforward. But it's the model building. Okay. You'll be asked to build models, and you'll probably be utilizing regression techniques, hopefully time series regression, maybe cross-sectional regression. You have the dependent variable, intercept, first coefficient, and the first variable, the data, and the first variable. And remember, you don't want to have more than 5 variables in the model, so max 5 variables. And then, because you're limiting the number of variables that are in the model, you're not going to have all the variables in the model that may be affecting the dependent variable. So that's going to be captured by your error term. So you did a good job of building the model, talking to people internally. You get internal validity. You're going to talk to people inside the firm. Find out what variables they think drive the dependent variable, which could be sales forecasts or returns or production or whatever it is. And then you're going to get external validity. That's going to be from talking to people, other professions, other experts in the field. So you're going to be talking to other professionals that have built these types of models before. And just make sure either you're looking up on, I just want to make sure the people who are glued to their screens, that you're looking at the course website. Okay, perfect, thank you. I just want to make just double check. You want to talk to professionals outside the firm, people who have built these kind of models before, and will have a good view of what variables should be in the model. The problem is that might be intellectual property for the firm. So you have to be very careful who you talk to, because you don't want to tip off your competition that you're building the same models that are going to give them a comparative advantage in the marketplace. So you may or not be able to do that, okay? But you will be able to go to the peer-reviewed journal articles. Or the academic journals to be able to see what model structures they used and what variables they used in their models to be able to create external validity. Your variables in the model, there may be some variables that are highly correlated to each other, but also correlated to the dependent variable. You have multicollinearity issues. You have to get rid of one of the variables. You don't need both of them. They're related to each other and they're related to the dependent variable. So you got to get rid of one of them. Most people would say, well, I'm going to pick and keep the variable that has the most statistically significant t-test in the correlation with the dependent variable. But that may not be correct, because you may have just got a good batch of data that created random statistical significance for the variable. The variable you want to keep is the one that has both internal and external validity. The variables you want to keep in the model, the variable you keep in the model, if you have multicollinearity, is the one that has internal validity from professionals in the field, but more specifically, external validity through theory, through publications, in academic journals, peer-reviewed journal article, and the variables have come up over and over again in those articles to create a literature and to create theory at the end of the day. And you're going to pick the one that has the most theoretical significance. Okay? And that's basically it. That's really the heart and soul, the part that you would not get. Okay? So that is going to be due on Thursday. And I'd like to see the equations written out, and if you can go through that, that would be great. If you look at the syllabus, what we're doing right now is basically setting an extremely solid foundation in macroeconomics and microeconomics, okay, and in statistics, okay? Because it really doesn't make sense to move forward in the class to just blindly learn calculations with no theoretical foundation or no foundation of where this actually fits within the body of knowledge. Okay, so I really like to spend the first couple weeks setting a solid foundation of review and also having you learn some new concepts. And then we'll continue that for the rest of the week. And then next week what we'll do is we'll really start focusing in on problems, not only on the homeworks, but also on the exams. I already posted the exams. So basically you had a month to do the homework. We have almost a month to do the exams. So it's not really a matter of time, it's just time allocation. Okay? From what I've seen historically from the students is they wait to the last minute. The ones that don't wait to the last minute, it's like it wasn't a problem. Okay? The ones that worked in teams, wasn't a problem. The other ones got angry, okay, because they couldn't finish it. All right? They got mad. And then they had to copy and use other types of shortcuts, to get the product in. Okay. What I'm trying to do here is to set a very solid foundation in the technical analysis associated with the finance calculations. Okay. And I think you can do a lot of that, and I can go back over the next couple of weeks, starting next week, to reinforce a lot that you've learned. And then we can start moving into the exam period, and I will give you quick exams during the class, keying in on the key core concepts, mainly from the lectures, okay, and some of the stuff from the book, but mainly from the lectures, because again, the book is only going to hit on certain things. I'm giving you an integrated approach to the financial analysis, okay? And then what you'll do is on Thursday, 29th, you will hand in the deliverable, okay? It will be done. And we should have been able to move through a lot of it. I do have office hours. I will be bringing the solutions to the exams and the homeworks, so if you get stuck, move on, come back, meet with me, and we'll go over them together, so you don't get stuck. Okay, and that's really the key to taking exams. When you start taking the CPA or CFA or Series 7 or 66 or real estate license or whatever, the key is to be able to keep moving and not get bogged down. That's how I failed most of my exams. Okay? I got caught up on a couple problems, I lost time, and I failed. Okay? If you can move through the material, complete it, and then go back and do it in waves and sweeps, it'll increase the probability that you do a better job on it, you learn more of it, and you'll pass the exams, and that's all that matters. At the end of the day, in that case, is passing the exam. In this case, is getting the A in the class. Okay? And I'll work with you all I can to overcome some of the workload, but I think it's doable, and make sure that the homeworks, you can type out the questions, but I need you to write out the solutions. And a lot of them are short questions, but you're going to have to really pace yourself, do some time management, and just take down the material. Okay? And then once it's completed, you probably want to go back and just review it. Okay? So you can internalize the knowledge and memorize a lot of the equations, so that you're imprinting permanent knowledge from the information that you're obtaining. And that's really the key, is obtaining permanent knowledge of all of the stuff that you've learned over the 4 years that you've been here, so that you can recall it, recall the information when you need it to be able to make decisive decisions, and now you're making the right decisions. Can you hold on a second? Okay, thank you.
I was just gonna wonder, so you're gonna pass out basically everything, or pass back basically everything we turned?
What I'll do is you will hand in the homework a week before, on the 22nd. We'll check it, review it, and then I will, check it to make sure you hand it in, look for the completeness of it. Again, it's not rocket science. And then what I will do is I will give it back to you. I will post the solutions online, and then you will correct them using a blue or red pen, and then you will submit the corrected homework with the exam. Okay? So it's iterative, all right? The problem is that if one of you doesn't hand in the homework on time, then it kind of screws me up, right? Because then I can't turn on the solutions on the website and make them available to you when you didn't hand them in. Okay, that's why I say we'll get into a high-performance team of 3, work through the materials together, study from it, learn it, and then hand it in on time, and it'll make it so much easier, so much easier. Okay. I'm sorry. Did you have a question?
I found the answer to it.
Oh, you did. Okay. Thank you. Okay, is everybody clear on what the expectations